Hello, my most amazing artists. We are going to be making dots today, just like Vashti made dots in the book, The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. So here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna start by tracing a circle on here. We have plates. We're gonna put the plate down and we are going to trace right around the plate with a pencil to make a dot. There's my dot. It's kind of light, but it is there. Then we are going to be using oil pastels to create designs. We're not going to color in a dot. We're just going to create designs. These are some that have been done this week with wavy lines. This one I made my name on. This one is divided up like it's a pie. This one has cactus and clouds on it. So we're going to be using oil pastels and then going over it with watercolor. All right, these are our oil pastels. They're all separated out by color, so when you use them, put them back with their little colors. That helps keep them cleaner and easier to use for everybody. I think today I'm gonna start with blue, and I'm going to outline my dot so I can see the outline of it really well. And then I think I'll put a rainbow pattern in this one. So remember I said I wasn't going to color it in. I was just going to add design. If you color it in, it will not be able to pick up the paint that we're going to put on it. So this one, actually, let me do a different type of line to fill up my space. Kind of looks like clouds. All right, and then I'll do a zigzag line with yellow. And you want to press kind of hard. If you don't press hard enough, the watercolor will cover up your oil pastel. What you're going to do is called a resist, and your watercolor will resist being on top of your oil pastel, which is why it works. So you're going to fill with design. Now you don't have to do this. You can draw a scenery of some sort. You can make it look like something. So if you wanted to make it into a pizza or anything else that was circle, you could. This is not what you have to do. I'm going to repeat my pattern. And then use my last color, which is purple, and do the zigzags. All right, so when you have it this far, all your oil pastels go back in. Please don't leave them on the tables. We don't want them to fall off the tables. At your table, you have paint. Today, I have green. Whatever color is at your table is the color that you use. And then when we use the paint, it's already stirred up. We don't need to stir it, and we always want to put our brush back on the plate. If you put your brush in here, the brush is too heavy, it will tip over the cup of paint, and then it goes everywhere. Leave the paint on the plate just in case there is an accident. When we use a brush, we want our brush to dance on her tippy toes. She's like a ballerina. Ballerinas do not scoot around on their bottoms like this. They dance on their tippy toes. They don't scoot on their bottoms. So I'm going to use my brush like a brush. Brushing is like this, not like that. See how it makes my brush, all the bristles go to the sides? That's not what we want. Just like a hairbrush, we want it to go like a brush. So I'm going to dip in, pick up paint, and then go over my oil pastel. Brush it on. You want to cover the whole circle, and you can go outside the lines as well, because in just one sec, we will be cutting this out. All right. See how my hand is moving back and forth like this to cover up? And that oil pastel comes through because it's resisting the watercolor. Almost done. You notice my paper isn't drippy. If I pick it up, I'm not going to have paint dripping off the edges. You don't want it drippy. That's too much. You don't want puddles of paint. You've heard me say this before if you've been in my class. All right, so there it is. Oh, cover all that up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut it out. So your brush goes back on the plate, leave it at the table. And then this, if it's not drippy, cut it out right away. If not, give it a sec to soak in, and then you can cut it out. So now, while it's still kind of wet, I'm going to cut it out. Because it doesn't have to be completely dry. There we go. And once it's all cut out, you're going to take your trash. You're going to find a trash can in the room, and you're going to throw away your trash. Don't leave it on the table. Don't let it fall on the floor. And your dot is going to go to the drying rack. The mat that you used will go back in the drive-thru. We will get you one baby wipe. Wipe your hands. You see my hands are a little bit dirty with oil pastel. Wipe your hands. Wipe your mat if it's wet. And wipe down any paint that's on the table. All right, here we go.